scratchers. Get in. Oh my god, these roads are good. And they're dry. And they're warm. It's so hot. You have to be careful. Some of these corners do tighten up on you. One of the guys I know at work, he called this road green. He says it's a term they use in racing, and it's when certain parts of the track don't get much sunlight, which means they tend to stay a little bit greasy all the time. And there are parts of that you've got to be careful with. I mean, this looks okay now, but there are certain parts with the trees and the way the cliffs are that stop it getting any sunlight all day, and then it stays a bit iffy. So as long as the traffic gods are good to me, there's no reason why I shouldn't get past these in a moment. But it's safety first. Always safety first. Bear in mind that this road has got a couple of blind crests, this being one of them. Luckily I know this road fairly well. Not going to go. Another one of those good tests for slightly higher speed riding and wind noise, that sort of thing, with this new mic setup that I've got. I'm just glad that the mic is now connected directly to the GoPro. What I'll do for anybody else who's had the same issues, I'll put a link up in the description for the cable that I use. Instead of buying the £2 or £3 ones on eBay, I bought one that was about £10 on Amazon, which actually makes a claim that it is much higher quality and it does work. So I took a punt, put another £10 in it, and it works. Like a dream! Like a dream. Proper old country, I love it up here. When we get to the the end of this road is a junction. Normally you turn right to go down in Cheddar. I'm going to turn left. It takes you off towards Wells, which is just a slightly different road. Now I'll double back on myself. An absolute treasure of a road. Safety first. Let's get past Mr. Fiesta. And what I'll do is I'll sit here. So it's a nice straight just after this. As long as the roadworks are completed. Could probably got past him, but cars coming down there, so you've got to be careful. Very helpful to miss gears. Sensible with the speed. It's also quite a bumpy road. I should think if you're not either paying attention or you've got a really short rake bike, which means it's designed for turning quickly, and you haven't got a steering damper, you could get caught out on a couple of those. Oh, come on, love it. Motorbikes, freaking awesome. So we'll turn left up here towards the Wells and the Shepton Mallet. job that no one's invented smell-o-vision. I'm sure I could arrange a scratch and sniff for anybody that wants it, if you love the smell of the country. And by Christ, it smells of the country. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right me the then. Mrs. Weston Motor Vlogs. Going to ring back in a sec. Lights come on. That gives me 25 miles. I'll get back. Better scene than this riding a bike. It is absolutely stunning, and I mean stunning. I love it. Okay, what a fine spot this would be to introduce you to the bike. Okay, so we're just in the shadow of the mighty Mendips transmitter. That is a cracking shot, sun right behind it, and there you go, that's my steed. That is a Ducati Monster 821 Stripe Edition. No prizes for getting away or guessing why it's called Stripe Edition. It's almost standard. The only things I've really changed are I've put the bar end mirrors. Is he going to want to come down here now? No, I don't think so. So I've got the bar end mirrors that have changed here. I've also obviously put the different exhaust on, which is probably makes the bike that a little bit different, because the noise on one of these, if you get a good exhaust noise from it, it just makes the bike sing, absolutely sing. But I've got an SP Engineering rear silencer fitted, which is a fairly local company. It's actually a Somerset company in Frome. They hand build them all, and they are really reasonable, really reasonable. I can't recommend them enough. They've got an absolutely brilliant tech helpline, and you just give them a ring. If you've got any problems with fitting, then they come back to you, they give the answers, they might ask for photos and say, look, let us know what's going wrong. Any issues, they deal with it straight away. So that's the bike. Got me foggy stickers on, I always put those on my bike. And this here is the fitment that I've got for my GoPro. It was fitted up here, if you remember from previous vlogs, looking over the top of the exhaust, but the mount broke there, so I fitted it there. We're just going to see how we go with it. I'm probably going to move it back up, to be fair. I suspect it's going to pick up an awful lot of extra wind noise and take away the noise of the exhaust, but I'll check it out later. And that's it. That's the bike, and I love it, absolutely love it. Got 2 new tyres, satin work, ready to go on. Got Brembo brakes front and back, which are incredible. And until you've had a bike with decent brakes, you don't know what it's supposed to be like. But yeah, this is the boy. and I don't want to fall down this cattle grid, but that there may well be the thumbnail. You never know. Or am I maybe looking at having that in the background and the sun in the background? I don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah, all good. Anyway, that's me. I'm going to make my way back now. I'm going to take a slightly different route back towards Burrington Combe, which is another great road. Oof. Some Ducatis don't like restarting when they're, after a short period of time when they're hot. It's because they fuel up, especially with this one, because it's fueling quite high because of the exhaust. So they're good at it. It makes it sound like it's hydraulic locking. Basically, it's just trying to bring up the compression ratio. It's all right. We can live with that. Okay, so let's join the road and let's make our way back. Well, that was a bit impromptu. I wasn't expecting to stop and do a meet the bike session, but it was good. I do love my bike, I must admit. I've never been to the Isle of Man. I'd like to go one day just to experience the whole thing. But in reality, I've heard so many things about the actual road that, you know, people expect it to be this great racetrack type surface, and it's not. I mean, fair play to the guys that race it. I get scared doing the computer game, but it's apparently it's quite a similar road surface and finish to this, which is bumpy all over the place. And you've got to admire those guys and how much guts, balls, adrenaline they must have just to go through it, put themselves in that risk, in harm's way. So we're going to go back down the way we came through Burrington. The lads are out on the little ones. great to them, love it. We're going to go back down Burrington, so depending on if anything happens, I may well call the vlog around about now. And all I would say to you all is keep safe, keep happy, ride with one thing in mind, and that's making sure you get home at the end of the day.